guys, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. I want to talk to you today a little bit about our mower and a little bit about what we mow. We've got about a 2.5, 3 acre yard here, and we started out on the little putt-putt mower with the little 5 or 7 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine. Nothing wrong with that, little air-cooled engine, but we upgraded to the Zero Turn. Once you go Zero Turn, guys, you just don't go back. This is a commercial grade Zero Turn. Whether a commercial grade or a homeowner grade Zero Turn is right for you, that's kind of up to you. Depends on what you're going to mow and how long you want to keep it. This mower right here should last me, I don't know, another 8 or 10 years. So it's a great little mower. So I want to go over a few things in summary about what Zero Turns are all about and the thoughts behind how I mow my yard, okay? So come along with me today and we're going to talk about the mower, what we do, things we use for safety, and a few thoughts on mowing your yard to make it grow greener. So come on along. Stoney Ridge, Farm, Stoney Ridge, Stoney Ridge Farm. Woo! So let's talk about the Zero Turn first of all. We picked up a used Zero Turn mower. We watched Craigslist, we watched friends. I had a buddy of mine had a lawn care company. This Zero Turn had about 1,000 hours on it. We picked it up for a pretty good deal. Otherwise it'd be about a $10,000 or $11,000 mower brand new. These are the areas that we're mowing, and this is probably quarter acre, something like that, maybe less. But all back behind me and all in front of me is a lot of lawn, okay? So we've got a lot of lawn. Before we got the Zero Turn, it was taking us in the neighborhood of 3.5 hours to mow our lawn. 3.5 hours, sometimes twice a week. It was just too much. So now we've got the Zero Turn. It takes me 45 minutes, guys. It cuts it way back and it cuts better. You know how the commercial says the faster you go, the better it mows? Well, not exactly true. If you go at a good speed, the right speed, you'll be able to maintain a good cut and mow your yard properly. And the Zero Turn is where it's at. Really, it is. Like my big dumb Stoney Ridge Farmer van. Man, that thing's like a billboard. I park it at the YMCA. I got like 18 subscribers. It's crazy. People are like, you're the farmer guy. Anyway, guys, here's our Zero Turn. Now, it was used, and that's okay. Put a new muffler on it, new belts, oil change. I use synthetic oil. Is it worth it? I don't know. We change the oil once a year anyway. Is it going to hurt it? Probably not. Change the air filters, and basically keep it serviced. If you're going to be doing lawn care, be sure you do a few simple things right here, and this will save you trouble. If your lawnmower is cutting sideways, check your tire pressure. It could be something just as simple as checking your tire pressure. Every time before you mow, check your tire pressure. Make sure it's even, and that way you get a nice even cut. Do I do that? Most of the time. Always, 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 beyond the shadow of a doubt, check your oil. That is the end of most mowers, okay? People that aren't checking their oil before they mow, it's just bad practice, guys. It's not like your car. This thing can burn oil, it can leak oil, and you won't ever notice it, and it doesn't have a light to tell you before it goes. So the cut on this thing is a 60-inch cut. Really happy with that 60-inch, but as we get more lawn here, that might become a little bit too small, and we may go on up to a 72-inch cut. That is a monster of a mower, guys. 72-inch cut. The problem you run into with the bigger cut is that if you have little hills, you can gouge into the side of those hills. So you got to think, how flat is my lawn? Will a 72-inch cut work for me? Or do I need to stay with a 60 or 64? It's kind of up to personal preference. I think you can learn to drive a 72-inch cut just as you can learn to drive a 64-inch cut. This thing moves. It moves fast. I think it'll go about 16, 17 miles an hour. It's fast enough for me. It'll go so fast that the front wheels will start wobbling, okay? How do I know this? I drove it out here on the road, on the gravel road down here by the house, and the thing goes going, it'll mow. It'll move fast. So a little food for thought on mowing, on thoughts. How do I mow? What do I do? So if you continually mow an area like this circle in the same direction all the time, you're going to end up with spots that don't have as much topsoil or biomass laying on the ground. So you got to trick up the way that you mow, okay? So sometimes you got to mow around and around. Sometimes you got to cut across and across. Sometimes you cut the other way. If you do this, which is what I've done, and this lawn here is only 3 years old, guys. It's only 3 years old. So if you do that, if you do it and you do it right, you'll have a big, beautiful, wonderful green lawn without having to put a ton of fertilizer on it, guys. If you mow in different directions, in different ways, you know, once every other week, every other time. Anytime you mow, just be conscious of how you mowed last time. And if you start getting a bare spot, throw more grass on it. It'll build biomass, it'll hold moisture, and it'll help your yard to grow and get luscious and green. Pretty cool. I could talk to you till I'm blue in the face about safety. and then ride around here with my roll bar down. I've got my roll bar down because it hits my satellite dish every time I go around, so it's not very smart of me. I'm willing to pay the consequences. If it rolls over, I better be ready to jump and run or do whatever. But there's a safety switch in your seat, so it should shut off if it starts to tip and you get off. Another misconception about zero turn mowers is that you can trim around your trees like whoop, whoop. You can just make circles. If you make tight circles like that with your zero turn mower, you're gonna tear up your lawn, okay? There is a fine bit of finesse that you have to learn when you first get one of these mowers. Once you learn it, once you get it down, you're still gonna tear up your grass in certain places. So be conscious of that. There's a couple trees down here that I always go around. Well, I try not to go around them in the same way every time. That way I save my grass because I know the tires are gonna slide. Let's shut our mouths and get out here and do a little bit of mowing, all right? Woo! Guys, it doesn't matter to me whether you get a zero turn or not. I just want to tell you, I really like mine. I'll never ever go back to a steering wheel type lawnmower. I just never will. This thing is just super duper awesome. Maybe if I had a tiny yard, I'd push mow it, but you just can't go wrong with a good zero turn. So I want to leave you with one final thought, okay? Before I get done mowing, before you guys pick me apart, because I know all you lawn care experts are going to pick me apart on this. It's okay. Guys, if you have some constructive criticism, please leave it. If you don't have constructive criticism, if it's destructive criticism, I'm just going to delete your comment, so don't leave it. Give me some constructive criticism if you have any suggestions or anything like that. Now back to it. Guys, I'll leave you with this final thought. A friend of mine, a friend of my parents, was killed on a zero turn mower, okay? So you've got to be careful on these things. They will hurt you, okay? You push that forward too fast, you push those handles forward too fast, you're gonna flip back. You go down too steep of a hill, you're gonna know it. Guys, you can't push these things to the limit because they're just too big and they're very dangerous, okay? This is a 27 or 29 horsepower machine. It will hurt you very quickly, okay? So let me leave you with that final thought. Get used to your mower before you start mowing and take care to be safe, okay? So that's it. I wanted to take you, show you what I was doing. We'll throw the drone up in the air and get a beautiful sunset here in Stoneville, North Carolina. We'll get a little shot of the Blue Ridge. Thanks for watching, guys. Come on back and see me. Click that like button, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and click the little bell down there below. That little bell will notify you when I post a new video. Thanks a lot, guys. Come on back and see me now. Woo!
Well, come on down to Stoney Ridge, bring your wife and bring your kids.